You take a look at this game, 4 points separate the top two in La Liga. Boys, Barca, as we've mentioned, of course, have been scintillating so far, not necessarily on the pitch, but certainly with regards to their results. Valencia, can they provide a real test?
Yeah, absolutely they can. I mean, you see how good they've been at the start of the season. They've been banging the goals in as well. 4 points behind for a reason. Real Madrid have not been playing well. I mean, they smashed Apoel, but they were weak. But domestically, they haven't been playing well. So yeah, and if this is sensible from Valverde. I mean, you got to just not have a brain in your head if you think there's any other reason why Lionel Messi's been left out. Everyone now and again needs a rest.
Sure,
they need a rest, and so he's thought to himself, right, I've got the personnel. We can play a certain way. We can handle this game. Don't take any chances with him. Let's get him right for the weekend because we can put not only Real Madrid away at the weekend again, but we can potentially put Valencia away with a win.
As Sid said, Steve, it's a huge compliment to Valencia, isn't it? The fact that you're going to rest Lionel Messi for this game, looking ahead to the clash.
No, it is, but I think Barcelona want to make a statement with this game. I'm sure they'll listen to everybody saying, well, they're getting results, but they're not playing particularly well. Well, they want to get another result against Valencia, and if they do, I think more people will be ready to hand them the title.
Was it just me, or was it hard to get excited about this game today? Because him and I weren't really. We were trying to watch the Atletico Roma game because I just didn't get that sparkle of.
As soon as you find out that Messi's not playing, though, it kind of tells you that what does this mean to Barcelona? And then of course you look at the fixtures and you see Valencia coming up, and then. Hey.
Sid, what is it that Valencia have done so well this season, considering they were a complete shambles, weren't they, just a few months ago?
I mean, look, I'm loath to oversimplify it, but I think one really, really important thing they did in the summer was they brought in Marcelino as manager. That's the first thing. But the thing that goes with it is they brought him in and they gave him the authority that previous managers haven't had. They listened to him on signings, they listened to him on preparation, they listened to him on planning. They allowed him to build the squad the way that he wanted to do. They allowed him to do things his way, and they did things that he wanted them to do on his behalf. And the fundamental one was clean out the dressing room. Now, that is a phrase which I really dislike. I'm always uncomfortable about this idea of clean out the dressing room, as if you know, this kind of idea that you purge players or people, I'm always uneasy with. But that was an important prerequisite, I think, for him to gain control again and have that authority. And that's a huge part of what they've done this season, and a huge part of the reason why they've been successful.
I think the greatest thing they did all summer, and it was just amazing, was somehow get Simon Zaza to start scoring some goals and looking like a proper player again at times, because he was an absolute shambles at West Ham. I mean, he looked as if his two boots were tied together. He was falling over himself. But as Sid said, the coach has gone in there, not him in particular, but he has popped up with some goals. But just in general, the manager's getting a tune out of that team. And let's be honest, La Liga needed that. Because Real Madrid have fallen off the cliff a little bit, and Atleti have been struggling as well. So it was important somebody at the moment has taken that mantle up a little bit. And my God, if they win at the weekend, and it's back to one, you'd have to say that they're going to be in the title race all the way to the end if they can pull a victory off.
And can they pull it off, Sid?
Well, look, I mean, I think I've kind of tempted to take this back to what happened with Atletico Madrid a few years ago. And when Atletico won the league, and bear in mind, they won the league getting to the Champions League final as well, and Valencia have the advantage that I don't know if you call it that, I suppose you do, in league terms at least, of not having any European football to play. But back then I was talking to an Atletico player in the late autumn, around about October, November time, and they were doing very, very well. And I said to him about the possibility of them winning the league, and he said, it's impossible. He said, we can't win a league. This is a 100-point league. You can't win it. But watch out for us in Europe. I think we look really strong. I feel really good about how we're playing. I think in Europe, head-to-head games, we can go a very long way. Of course, what changed? He was wrong up to a point, but he was fundamentally wrong because what he said was, we cannot win a 100-point league, and it wasn't. I think Atletico won the league with 88 points, or was it 90? And I suspect that we might have a little bit of that this year with Valencia. I think this is a league where it becomes possible for a team other than Madrid and Barcelona to reach the kind of points total that would be necessary to win it. So I think there is a chance. Now, look, the likelihood is that they're still not going to win it, but we thought that about Atletico Madrid. I think they have the advantage of not playing in European football. I think they look extremely strong at the moment. I think they're very, very clear in terms of their ideas. And I think they'll be quite pleased, for example, with the fact that on Monday, all four of the major sports newspapers in Spain ran on one number on the front page, and that number was 10. The number of points between Barcelona and Real Madrid. 10 everyone completely forgot the 4 between Barcelona and Valencia.